Hey everyone, I'm just making a video to go through my Leafeon costume, and I am going to start by cleaning the couch. The first thing I made was my headpiece, so we will talk about that first. This is it. I'm sure you've seen. It's really quite Valkyrie looking and things. It looks so good from there. Don't get too close because otherwise it looks bad. Okay, it's obviously just built on a headband and everything, so you can just like take it off and put it on and push it on and all that kind of thing. It's really sturdy. It's made out of Worbla with craft foam. I'm not really good at painting, but I was actually quite happy with the paint job on this just because of the gradient and everything. The wig I bought from Spotlight, it was this really horrendous bohemian kind of hippie wig that I cut up a bit and threw into a plait. I was going for a really elvish kind of look because there wasn't really a wig or anything like that with the design. So I kind of just had to think of something. Also, I forgot about it until really last minute, so like the day before. I wore it to PAX. It wasn't PAX. It was PAX. Before I had to wear it to PAX, I had to quickly run ahead and find something to wear under it. Yeah, I really loved this. It stayed on all day and everything. The only issue was that, as you can probably see, the wig gets caught around the little swirlies, which drove me crazy. So there were a lot of things that I had to learn. The design, for instance, had they weren't exactly pauldrons, but at least like upper arm pieces that I'd never ever made before. So I had to make those up as I went along. Everything's made out of Worbla with craft foam on it. So yeah, this is what I ended up with. You just slide your arm through the holes, and they stayed on like that all day. The only real issue that I had with these was that they were too sharp, and that was seriously an issue. And the other thing was that my arms are probably a bit too flabby and things, so after wearing these all day they were really hard to get off, and I ended up with like scratches and little bruises and things from where they were pushing into my arm. Pretty happy with the paint job on those. They look good from a distance. I really need to learn how to paint those. So yeah, so this is two of those, one for each side. Again, I'm still really new to building these kind of things, so this is what I ended up with. They're actually painted with nail polish, which is giving them that really nice green shine. I need to figure out how to do proper detailing and everything like that. This is also the second time that I've used the D-ring method to keep things on my arms. It was okay. They were tied together with green ribbon, and I just didn't like it, to be honest. I just don't think that they keep things in place well enough, so I'll probably have to figure out a new way for that. Another hilarious thing that kept happening throughout the day was that these little swirly bits that are on the sides kept getting attached to the swirly bits on the belt, so if I moved my arm too far down I'd get attached, and I couldn't like unhinge myself. It was a big struggle throughout the day. Floral pattern that's on it, like everyone always has one of these. It's just because I don't have a hot bod, so I thought, hey, corset time. One thing that I really was upset about this costume was that the way that I made my leg armor wasn't fantastic. Again, I used the D-ring method and I didn't put enough of them up, so these were constantly falling down my legs and things like that, and even though they looked probably the best out of everything that I painted for this costume, I couldn't wear them just because of that. And hopefully if I do get a shoot organized and things, I'll be able to finally wear these in the things. So they did look really good. They just come up to just underneath my, this kind of goes over my knee. Again, craft foam, Worbla, my terrible handwriting, held on with ribbon on D-rings, and then all of the craft detailing that's on the front, these are all cut out a craft room. I had so many ornamental like design things to cut out, and I hate you so much for doing such a beautiful design. The breastplate was a little bit different to the way that I made my Charizard one. My Charizard one, I just tried the glad wrapping thing and then tried to make all the pieces that would match that. For this one, I actually built it on a bra, as you can hopefully go and see in there. So yeah, this is mostly the main leaf on the top with the little decoration here as well is all Worbla. I don't know how much I prefer this method at the moment. It's the same one that I used to make my Little Mermaid bra. And then the bottom design pieces and everything that comes around the side are craft foam. It doesn't look great because the craft foam doesn't hold paint very well. It does crack, as you can see, and here. But I did really like the idea of having the bra as well, because I did have straps as well, which really like helped pull it up, which was just clear straps on the day. I can't wear this without the straps, but yeah, it just sat on like that. Booby protection, yeah. It's so big. I did admittedly make this too big. It's also too heavy. It's made out of EVA floor mats that are 2 on each side, and then it has a wooden dowel in the middle. All of the details, these are wishing stones, I thought that was clever, are Worbla or craft foam that have just been put on. That's why there are so many swirlies on it. All these are hand drawn and hand cut out. Never again. Yeah, as I mentioned, it was too heavy. I'm surprised they let me into the convention floor with it, to be honest, because some of the edges are still a little bit sharp, which is, you know, obviously what happens to Worbla when it gets dry and things. Again, I'm a terrible painter. Terrible. An absolutely terrible painter. So that is my bow. I'm hoping I'll be able to put it on the wall next to all the other weapons. It's probably unlikely just because, again, as I said, it is so heavy. I don't think you can see it, but it wobbles like crazy. I also did not glue down the fabric that's around here very much, so when I do hold this, it actually turns all the way around. So even in photos, if I was holding the bow properly or facing down, it would turn just like that. So it is the biggest prop I've ever made, so I definitely need to work on that for in the future if I'm making anything else like that. If you have any comments or questions, just comment them below and I will hopefully be able to go through and answer them all for everyone. The total cost and everything as well, I can put down the bottom. The biggest thing about time and cost, which is the 2 biggest questions I've ever gotten, is that I had to wait for paint to dry, I had to wait for paychecks, and I had to wait for orders to arrive. So even though I was ordering my Worbla within Australia, it took a little while to arrive just because postage and handling in Australia is actually everything there is to know about my Leafeon costume. I'll put some pictures and things in the end, and hopefully I will make more videos like this in the future if that's... I don't know, you're not meant to be on the couch, Nicole, no. Nicole, no. Yeah. Any more questions or comments and things? Yeah, message me and things. Okay, bye.